Alright guys, so while that video was uploading, and it's now uploading onto the YouTube channel, I did some work in here, and I wanted to point out, I think you can see right away. So anyway, I dropped in the glasses, sensor glasses. I kept going back to checking this relationship, where the nostril is in terms of my eye, and when I was holding up. So I go back and have the same point of view. That's really important. If you're always shifting around, things are going to be wonky, right? And I really want to stress in these videos about the importance of paying attention in relationships, right? This is not how you necessarily need to draw your portrait. If you want to, that's fine. I'm all about that. I think the main thing is relationships, build on top and see what happens. So I moved my hat up a little bit. I'm looking at my forehead right now. I know we have all this to work on, but I went back in here, added some value for texture, did the glasses, did the shadows up in here, dropped the hat in there, brought this down the rest of the way into my chin, my chin, into my neck, and then the shirt. Now, the whole time I'm drawing this, I'm thinking about relationships. Where does it fall in relationship to something else? What's its size? What's its slope? But where is it in relationship to other areas, right? I don't think my mouth is big enough, wide enough. I know my family keeps telling me I have a big mouth, but that's a different story. Anyway, so that, but there's some over in here. So I'm getting a three-quarter view over here and a quarter view here. So this is going to lengthen out, and that's probably going to lengthen out. Okay? So to go back in there, let's do this. Let's pull that down a little bit so it matches. All right. All right. So the shirt's in there, right there. And then I'm going to line up so I feel good about it. Yep. I know there's a little bit of a... And actually, look at where I have my shirt cutting through my neck. Way up high when it doesn't. It's down lower, isn't it? So that's going to change all that, right? So in here, and then it's down like in here. It's way down in here. Here, round, down, and then back up like that. All right, so there we go. There, and then there's the collar. I guess you can call it a collar. Into there, into there, into there, maybe even there. All right, now that I feel better about already. All right, so now let's jump back up in here. We have the chin, right? Cheek over here, chin, eyes happening. In here, we can actually do, we're going to cheat a little bit. We're going to pull this up even higher because that hat's down too low. And then we'll use this first original line as a shadow in there, right? And then the hat's going to be here, and then it's going to go, the forehead is going to come out up in here. So we can soften this a little bit. All right, take that heavy edge out there. There we go. All right. And then that shadow is going to help us big time in terms of working across. Drops down in here, right? I've got my glasses. I've got the furrowed eyebrow thing there. I've got it over in here. There's some shadows in here. There's a little bit of shadow in here, soft. Right? There's some shadow in between here, a little heavier, right? I'm going to loosen up with the mark making, to tell you the truth. I'm not going to try to finesse it because mostly, you know what? This piece of willow I grabbed is being problematic. In there, there's the furrow there, there's the furrow there, goes up into a softer touch. There's shadows all the way across in here, right? So we're just going to go in there like that and soften it up for now, right? Drops down in there, soften up, soften up, soften up. All right, so where to go? Let's work down in here because this is the most problematic area. I feel good about where this corner of the mouth is in relationship to my eye. All right, now this length over in here is short. My nostril in here feels good. There. But I'm not going to go like that because that's going to create a Chief Wiggum's nose. What I'm going to do is leave this plane open underneath in here and start the nostril in there. All right? So it seems like it's actually too close to the cleft underneath the tip of my nose, because there's actually a shadow in here that does that. And I think now all you guys can go like, oh yeah, Chuck's mouth is way too small because it wants to come way out to like here, way out to there, there to there, which means some of this in here wants to get softer, and there. We're going to soften up that some in there. All right. So, nostril flares out, right? We've got it nostril into the tip, flaring out. And then the crease starting in there for the nostril in here. That's the opening, the side of the nostril, the meaty side there, right? And I always do that. I always have it curve over too soon. It wants to fly up. Like that. And then in. Alright, so there. Now in here I can drop in some value. Right? I can drop some in here. Right? A little bit in here. Right? Okay. Goes in here and turns around over actually. In there, okay. It's a little darker in here. And look, that mouth wants to come down now. You see that? So all this in here needs to get reworked. And that is fine. Right? I'm not going to get crazy about it. Now that I feel good about this in here, this might be heavy over here. But I feel like the mouth wants to be in there. And then the lip wants to go back to the same distance, up and down, like that. Some rough drawing in there, guys. I haven't drawn on an easel in a long time. Been doing everything flat with you guys. Anyway, in there, okay? So that, I feel like, man, that still feels high, right? So I'm going to struggle with this. I'm going to work with this. I want to get it right.